Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you this early morning, or not early morning, late morning, for this movie review for Freelance, the John Cena 2023 movie. I got a chance to check out for myself to see what I was going to think of this film, so I'm going to discuss what I watched for this hour and 49-minute movie and let you know my thoughts on this movie overall, on what I watched. So let's dive right into this movie review now. This came out on October 27th, I believe, in theaters or on certain streaming service. But pretty much, with what I watched for this film, sorry, my throat got scratchy. Excuse that. Excuse me on that. It just got really scratchy for some odd reason. So basically, I think the film is meh. It's not a great film in any way, but I think the overall story had some interesting points, but the execution was kind of meh. It had its moments, and then it didn't have its moments. Like, there are some critiques I have with this film. Like, John Cena's action scenes were fine, but I think it could have been a lot better. His performance was okay. Allison Brie's performance, she was eh. And President Valentes, or whatever his name is, kind of was a character. I actually thought his performance was actually pretty solid. I was probably thinking he was the more standout for this film. Everyone else was fine, but this film kind of was a eh. It's in the middle for me. I don't hate this film in any way, but I think it has its issues big time. So, the overall story is about a Paldonia place or whatever that is, there's a coup being set up to kill President Valentes or whatever his name is. And John Cena thinks he's a bad guy, but when he realizes the truth on what really happened, it was some other special ops team that did kill his men. But you find out mostly towards the end of the movie. So basically, I think the performances were hit or miss. They weren't great performances, but I think the overall film had its moments where it was fine and then it wasn't. But overall, the overall story is John Cena's character has to be a private security guard or whatever for Allison Breeze as Claire Wellington, the journalist. He has to protect her and basically complete his mission and all that stuff. And his mission was to kill President Valentes, but he didn't come to it. But you'll see when you watch the film. I think this movie was meh. It wasn't a great film in any way, but I think there were some underwhelming moments, so I think I'd have to give it mostly a disappointing rating. So, I don't know. This film had its moments, but it also failed in some ways. So if I were to give this movie an overall score, unfortunately, I'm going to have to give it a 5.5 out of 10. It tried. At least it tried it for the most part. President Valentes, his performance was actually pretty solid. Everyone else kind of was not very great in the film. Like, they tried too hard with their performances, and the execution for the pacing of the movie, it's fine, but could have been a lot better. So, 5.5 out of 10 for Freelance. I thought I was going to give it a 6 out of 10. I really thought, but I don't think it's worthy of a 6 out of 10. This film is not the best, but it's sad that only one performance in this movie was probably the best part of the film. Everything else was kind of iffy to pretty sucky-ish. So with that being said, 5.5 out of 10 for Freelance. Thank you for watching this movie review today.